Seeing her little boy made her realize she has to do better.
I grew up in Gresham. I had the anger version of ADHD, and I had a lot of learning disabilities.
At the time when we were little, I didn't understand her limitations. She had holes in her eardrums, so she couldn't talk, couldn't hear for quite a long while. She was very sick all the time.
In the second grade, we finally broke down and started her on a medication, Ritalin. And it was an entirely different person.
It took a long time before that anger part went away, though. I was 15 when I had my first drink and 16 when I used drugs. And I got in trouble. I got reported as a runaway and ended up in state custody for like a year. At 21, I started working in the strip clubs, and it was pretty much all over after that.
We actually had quite a few years that we didn't know where she was. I'd watch the news and you'd hear some young girl was killed, and twice we figured it was her. You know, and there's nothing we could do. We weren't going to get her out of that lifestyle.
It's very, very devastating to have to say that you're actually praying that your daughter gets arrested. Because if she didn't get arrested, she was going to die.
I was technically homeless and pregnant and not too far from having him. And his father was in jail. The PO I had was very hell-bent on putting me in jail. So my cousin ended up finding Letty Owings online. She got me to get on the wait list. They said, all right, we're gonna give you a chance. And I went to treatment.
Just barely under a month after Kassy enrolled in our services, she delivered her child, Ace. But Ace had some health issues, and Kassy was barely just out of post-acute withdrawal and really struggling herself. Her initial few months were bumpy. She was a brand new mom, she was exhausted, and she was being asked to participate in this process that would change the rest of her life.
So then once I got there and I started learning things, I was like, nope. I'm just quitting for the time being. I'm not planning on doing it forever. I just didn't want to go to prison.
So there was a lot of anger to begin with. A lot of, I'm doing this, I'm being forced to, I'm being coerced, I don't like it, I don't want to do it. And then Ace got sick.
There was a moment in the ICU where the oxygen came off his nose while he was sleeping. And at that point I was so sleep deprived that I thought he quit breathing. That's when I broke down. My mom hugged me really tight and I was just bawling.
She stayed by his side, and I think she watched and she learned. And I think watching him go through that brought back to her the responsibility that she had.
Realizing that had I been on drugs, that he could have died because of choices I made, that was what made it where I didn't want to go back.
It seemed as if overnight Kassy showed up to the plate and was ready to start the rest of her life.
It was the most amazing feeling to say she wants this.
I started doing my treatment work. I started engaging in groups, and I started working on myself.
They gave her and us as a family the skills, but set the foundation for her to be able to move forward with the recovery. That was just the beginning. And then she went for a very short time to transitional, and then Central City Concern got her into a place that is safe to live, but it also holds her to responsibility.
I love living here. I feel safe. I definitely don't think I'd be where I'm at now without supportive housing.
It surpassed all of my hopes to learn that she not only graduated, stayed clean, stayed an outpatient, but that she entered into a field where she can learn how to help others.
Yeah, I'm a certified recovery mentor now. That's what I want to be. That's a field I want to work in.
It's been an incredible sight to watch. And not only did I get another grandbaby to hold and love, but I got my daughter back.
Letty and Central City offer a lifeboat because honestly, it is such a lifesaver to our family, to Ace, to my sister.
Having my family as support and being there for me has meant so much. I highly doubt that I'd be as far as I am without their support. I am extremely grateful for Central City and Letty Owings and just the people that have worked with me. I don't think I could ever fully express the gratitude because they helped save my life.